what's the matter?
Do you want to come and hang out? Great interview scene, take one. So who are you and what do you do?
So my name's Bri. I am a personal trainer. I have my own business. It's Build a Baddie. I've actually been in fitness for 8 years now, and I've been a certified trainer for 5. And I also breed French bulldogs.
So who do we have with us today?
Okay, this is Skittles. I actually had to pick her up from San Diego, California. She is a Fluffy, and she is a Myrtle. She's a very, very special girl. I also have my kiddo here today with me. He's going to be hanging out in the background, playing on his iPad over there. But yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. I was born and raised there, and I've been in Oregon now for, since 2014. So it's been a while.
What brought you over to here?
That's a fun question. So this is me being 100% honest. I had no idea where I was going. I literally just came out here to meet a couple friends. Never been to Oregon, never heard of Oregon. Came here. I loved it. The cost of living is really affordable compared to Boston. So I am now an Oregonian. And I have been an Oregonian, for 8 years or something now.
So who were you raised with?
I was actually raised with both my parents, my mom and my dad. So I had a pretty decent childhood. I did have 5 brothers, and that was, it was very active. I had an active lifestyle. I would say that would have a lot to do with why I'm so into sports and fitness. I'm very competitive. I love to be a girl, but I'm definitely, very tomboy-like. I have a lot of fun doing MMA and, soccer, basketball, that stuff. So I had a big family, I would say, growing up. It's pretty fun.
And, what was the occupation of your parents?
So my father owned an appliance store, and my mom was pretty much a stay-at-home mother. She did work part-time, which was, it was good, but I liked that she was home with us more than anything,
So growing up, you had a business owner right in your household.
Yeah, I didn't get to, actually that's not true. I did get to be involved pretty good. My dad had the appliance store, but he also did a lot of freelance work where we would go to different homes and do some rebuilding and restructuring. And I remember being 7 years old and getting to help tear some walls down and stuff like that. So it was fun. Yeah, I guess I definitely did have a good role model there.
What about the area that you grew up? Were there other, if any, other black-owned businesses or service providers like doctors, lawyers?
Not in my neighborhood. I would say we're definitely more middle-class folks. Everybody was either, they owned a small grocery store, bodegas. I actually grew up with a lot of Latinos, lots of Dominicans, lots of Asians as well. So the businesses were more small-owned, nothing like lawyers or anything like that, but it was still a pretty decent neighborhood to grow up in.
Your siblings, what are their occupations?
So I believe Harrison owns a plumbing company in New York. Josh is an MMA fighter, and the list can go on and on. One of my brothers is in the Air Force. Military actually is a big deal in my family. Everyone has been in there at some point, but those 3 I know are doing productive things. The other 3 I'm not certain because I feel like they're still in between their careers. So some of us find our passions a little later in life than others.
Would it be safe to assume that owning your own business was something that you were predisposed to?
I would say probably so. I think with my family being, entrepreneurship's kind of a big deal. Trying to have our own income and find our own way in life has always been what seems to be projected or pushed on us, even as kids. I think when it comes to, having that influence, that helped, me a lot as well. So, yeah.
What was it about fitness that drove you to it so strong that you wanted to create a business surrounding it?
Okay, so that's a great question. I would say it would be the fact that growing up, with not a lot, on the East Coast especially, you don't get a whole lot of vitamin D. It can be kind of hard on your, wow, hey kiddosh. It can be hard on you mentally, during the winter months when they're really long and there's not a whole lot to do, especially when you're a child. I knew pretty young that it was something that I wanted to pursue when I got older. Because even at the age of 9 and 10, my mom had me in the gym with her, especially on those rainy days and we had nowhere to really go. We were always there at the gym. The YMCA actually is where we started. And her passion probably rubbed off on me a bit because I noticed that with my mom, as long as we, were able to stay really active, our household, it felt like it was such a nice, calm household because working out is a stress reliever. It builds wonderful endorphins, and it's really a mental thing. It's not just a physical thing. It's also very good for your confidence. Now, I noticed these changes within myself too, working out so much and feeling like really good and strong and feeling confident, especially feeling confident. I thought, wow, this is something I would love to show other people about because it can be hard to get into the gym. We don't always have a couple of free hours to just go and have like some self-care for ourselves to go work out because we're busy. But even if you can just give yourself like 30 minutes to an hour, the results from that, not just your physical being, but your mental health will just be such an improvement. You'll notice like this free feeling and this more confidence and comfortable feeling with others. It's always been a passion. It's always been a passion. So.
What made you get into breeding dogs?
Oh.
Especially such a pricey, expensive dog.
It took me 5 years before I decided to make an investment in getting one because I had other friends who were breeding French bulldogs. I thought they were the cutest things ever. And when they told me, hey, this is such a good business opportunity, especially for you because you're a mom, right? Back then, I wasn't a personal trainer only. I was working as an oral surgery assistant, and I was like 50 hours a week at work. I really, really missed my kiddo, and I figured I needed to, find some other avenues because if I wanted to sustain my cost of lifestyle, I was going to have to figure out how I was going to do that and be a parent. Well, French bulldogs, not only are they amazing companions, but they are so hot right now in the market. People love these dogs. Celebrities love these dogs. I have a passion for animals. I literally have 10 pets. Not all dogs. So a lot of them are reptiles.
But it's all the kids.
Yeah, and one child.
Right there on the couch.
Yeah, one little busy dude over there. But I love animals. So it just made sense. I literally have a couple of litters every year, and I sell them out between Seattle, a lot in California, and I do a big background check on the families. Like I go through their social medias, make sure that they're like genuinely good people, and then on top of it, I make them sign contracts that they will send me photos, and everybody's fine with that. They love that. They send me pictures. So
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Anybody who loves dogs loves to show off their dogs.
Yeah, especially when they get them all dressed up. So cute. So cute.
Have you had any struggles getting to where you are while being a black woman?
I would say, yeah, absolutely. I think just in general, in fact, being just a woman too has a lot to do with it. But it does, when you put the two together, it definitely makes it a little bit more of a struggle. Just being taken professionally, and seriously has always been something I feel that it's been a little bit of a battle. Also, the West Coast is a lot different than the East Coast. Southern Oregon is a lot different than Boston, right? Completely different. So my struggles are going to be a little bit more difficult or different compared to somebody who's doing the same things as I am over in a more urban area where there's a lot of diversity and there's just how do I say this? You're not so much of a unicorn. Like here, I'm so very unique here, which can be a good thing, right? But it also can be challenging because I'm seen as this like very unique person here. It's really hard for some people to understand like what I'm doing with my businesses and that, I'm offering a service. And yes, I'm very friendly and sweet and outgoing, but please take me professionally. I've definitely had a couple of little incidents with what I felt I was being profiled a few times just driving around, and that wasn't very fun, but at least it didn't hurt my business, so that's good. But I've had my fair share of difficulties here.
What were some things that you used to get you by that?
reached out. I reached out to a lot of friends. I try to get support. Um, One thing I have to say, it's kind of nice. I didn't know about bass, and I have been here for a long time, right? Until I went to a food truck. It was Fatso's, and he brought up bass, and I was just really, I felt a lot of relief knowing, oh my gosh, there's other, black business owners around here, because I didn't get to really network and connect. I've always been like at the gym and at the college, and been a parent for 5 years now. So I didn't get to like really get out there, and I don't go out very often. I don't, socialize in bars or anything like that. So I feel like maybe that was a reason why I felt like slightly isolated. When I got to get involved with bass, it was so nice because I was like, wow, I felt like I was back home again. It was really, it was very refreshing to see that. And bass has been really helpful so far. I would say, like, also with my kiddo doing like Afro Scouts and just all these cool little things that they offer. Lots of help with obviously promoting small businesses. It's been pretty fortunate of it so far.
What keeps you going?
I would say what keeps me going is my family. Having my little guy over there definitely is inspiring for me because every day it makes me want to just like continue to show him what his mom can accomplish, what his mom can do, and it'll rub off on him. Every day is another opportunity to grow, to learn, to like build your future. So I would say that's it.
What are some of your hopes and dreams that you have for your little man right here?
So I'm also LMT. I have a lot of things under my belt. I really like education. Um, my hopes and dreams for him, I would love for him to get into the NFL because, every parent probably has these dreams for their kid. And if it's something he's passionate about, I'm going to make sure I get him coaching and, help him really pursue his dream. But otherwise, because I am a licensed massage therapist, I would love it for my son to become a chiropractor because I plan on having a small business as well for just massage therapy work, especially geared towards sports and injuries and things like that. So therefore, if my kiddo could also, like kind of go in that direction, I'll be more than grateful. If he has something else he wants to do, that's totally fine. I have his back 100%. What I think is really important for all parents to kind of like realize like we kind of are responsible for our kids' future. And if you can take that as seriously as you can take your work or anything else, like you have an ability to make like a little hero in the world. You really do. And to me, that's how I think of being a mom on a daily basis. I want my son to be out there in the world making changes and helping people and helping take away from that old stereotype that I found, growing up in Boston, that stereotype where it's like people can sometimes have a negative or a negative look on a person of color. They don't instantly think like, oh, they own a business or they're probably successful. I want, I want that to change. And I think a lot of it will come from us parents educating our kids, getting them out there, having them own more businesses, or having them take like a really good place in society, where they're seen and they're looked at differently, like as a hero or someone who's really helping the community. To me, that's really very, very important.
If you could go back to a younger version of you,
Huh.
teenage version of you,
Yeah.
what are some things you would tell yourself with the knowledge you have now?
You know, I would have told myself that it's okay to, you're not going to fulfill every task, right? Because I'm a very high goal orientated person. And I would give myself 10 to 12 goals. And, that's a lot. I've always been that way ever since I can remember. But I would go back and tell myself that, hey, you're going to be great. You're going to do great in the world. Don't be so hard on yourself. Because I was always striving for like good grades and, making sure I had a good social life. And it was really important to me to have like this great appearance to everyone. I was really, really hard on myself. I definitely, if I even had a daughter, I would let her know like it's okay to be you and it's okay to allow yourself a little slack here and there. Don't be so hard on yourself because, we're only human. And most of the time, even when situations seem really difficult, like, gosh, am I going to get over this or through this? Of course you will. You will. because it's just a small moment in life, and life is, it's so long. We have so many more opportunities to do so much more than we realize we have ahead of us. So I just tell myself it's okay. Enjoy life. Sometimes it's good to be present in that moment and not constantly focusing on a goal for, like, next year, the year after that, or even next week. It's okay to, like, have a moment to enjoy where you are and what you're doing during that exact period of time.
Give me a list of some of your major accomplishments.
I feel I've got quite a few. Well, I'm the first college graduate in my family, which to me is a big deal. Even though I knew I wouldn't necessarily need to graduate college to get to where I am, I decided I wanted that for myself. So I have 2 degrees. One is in exercise science. And thank you. And that's my favorite because I have a passion for fitness. And then, of course, I have my my liberal arts, which is the first one I started. So, and then on top of that, I am a certified radiologist because I was a oral surgery assistant. So I had to do dental assisting, schooling for that. So I completed that program as well. If I ever wanted, I could go back into that kind of work. But I love being able to do what I do right now and working within my passion. And I feel like, that's pretty special. I'm also certified in CPR, which I would hope anybody who's in fitness would be, because it's kind of important. And I am a licensed massage therapist, and I actually graduated with that this summer in June. So there we go. Those are all the things I can think of as far as, like, the things I'm really proud of that I finished with.
What are some benefits to owning your own business?
Financial freedom, I would say. Because when you're your own business owner, you know what you're making, and you set your time is valuable. I feel my time is valuable. All time is valuable, right? It's nice to be able to have a business where I feel not only that I bring value to others, but I also can be paid at my value, and it's really nice. And it is a lot of hard work. There's times where I'm up till 3 in the morning editing my website or trying to fix different workout plans together for different clients, because everybody's different and needs something different. So it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of motivation. You have to be very driven. You have to want it if you want to be successful at it. And always staying mindful of the future, what I'm hoping to do 5 years from now. I'm hoping to have my own gym and a facility where you can also get work done at the same time, so that after you've had a hard workout, you could turn around and get some deep tissue work or some therapeutic work to help relieve those muscles. And that way you can come back the next day even stronger and even in better condition to get through a good workout.
Are you going to have a dog sitting place there?
I should, and that's a good idea.
Care, right?
I really would love to do something like that. It would be great to put everything together,
You have a place for the kids, right?
You bring your Frenchies or any of your dogs, because all animals are great.
Next door to the kids,
Yeah, definitely want. I think it's important to have places where you can have, it's child friendly, and there's like some sort of child care offered, because I know as a parent, that's always like something I look for instantly when I go any facility, any kind of gym, anything like that. If they have childcare, they've got my membership, because parents especially need to work out. That's how we stay such good parents. We keep ourselves, de-stressed with these workouts.
Is there anything that you want to add? Anything you want to dive into a little bit more? How are you feeling about it? What you got?
So, I feel like maybe talking more about how it is important to make sure you're having self-care for yourself. I notice a lot of especially parents and just business professionals as well. They have a really hard time realizing, like, you're not being selfish by giving yourself an hour to go work out or taking, you need help. So therefore, you want to go and you want to find a trainer, but you get worried that you're being selfish because you're taking that money and spending it on yourself. But self-care is important. It's a part of not only being a good parent or being a genuinely good person or being a good business owner, but if you're not going to the gym and you're not doing the right workouts, you're hurting yourself, well, now you're not able to really do your regular duties, are you? Because you went and worked out and you injured something because you didn't have good form, you didn't know how to use something the proper way, and now it's affecting your daily life. Well, that's why it's important to have someone, even if you only have someone there with you once a week, to keep you on your toes as far as making sure your form is right and keeping you driven. You know, you look forward to that session every week. That's just something I wanted to just throw out there and touch on a little more. It's not selfish for you to give yourself self-care. There. Well, yeah, my name is Bri. I own Build a Baddie. That's my business. I'm a personal trainer. I'm also LMT. And I happen to have French bulldogs too. I'm a breeder for that. But my life is geared towards fitness and helping others achieve their wellness and their fitness goals and dreams. Even those who feel as though they don't have the time, that's where I come in. I help you make the time. You can find me here in Southern Oregon, and you can also find me in Washington. I travel pretty much throughout the West Coast, even California. So I do have a couple of different avenues for my social media. I have Fit Beauty Bri, which I advertise my Build a Baddie workshops on. And then I have my own website, which is buildabaddie.com. If you are interested in, finding your new best friend, I have a website called Finding Foreign Frenchies. I'm also on social media, so there for Facebook, you can find the business page, and of course Instagram. So if you're looking for someone to help get you back to where you maybe used to be or even in better shape than that, I'm definitely your candidate. I'm also a nutritionist.